I know you were tweeting about Colorado football with what Dion did. You got Travis Hunter, who is a two-way player. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, can you see that happening? Like you played some tight end when you first went to college, and then became an edge rusher. But
Mhm.
could you do double duty in the NFL?
You could definitely do it sparingly. There's no way you could do it full time. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. What he did on Saturday is incredible. Um, we'll be fascinated to see how they manage it throughout the season. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. He's young. He certainly can handle that workload. He proved it. Over the course of a season is very difficult. I mean, he's probably 21 years old. So you can do a lot more things when you're 21 than when you're 31. But at the NFL level, with just the intensity, with the speed, with the also the knowledge, the things that you have to study and know. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be somebody coached by Dion, a guy who did it, a guy who understands the rigors of it, a guy who understands how difficult it can be. Um, but it is hard. I mean, if you're going to do it full time, I just think about the film study that you have to do on one side of the ball. Now you multiply it to the other side. The practice reps that you need at each to grow and to get better at each. Um, but man, it would be fascinating. I mean, what he did on Saturday was incredible.
Yeah. Who's the best athlete that you faced that maybe could have
Wow.
played two ways?
That's a great question. I mean, there's so many guys like I'm trying to think of what position because there's different positions. Obviously, like there's a bunch of offensive linemen that I think could, if you train them properly, obviously could play on a defensive line. There's some receivers that could certainly play DB. Um, it's always the old joke that there's a reason the DBs don't play receivers because they can't catch. But it's I mean, I always thought that like I feel like Gronk could have rushed the passer pretty well. I think Gronk could have done that. I mean, I'm trying to think. There's got to be a tight end. Like I feel like tight ends are the position that really could transition to the other side of the ball.
Like George Kittle?
I'm blanking. Yeah, I think Kittle. I mean, I feel like I'm completely blanking right now. These quarterbacks obviously can do multiple things. Like I'm thinking Jalen Hurts. Like Jalen Hurts is an incredible athlete. Like he can do so many different things out there. He's got to be able to, and he had to play multiple ways growing up.
By the way, you had
Myself,
you could have played. You could have played tight end, right? You had three
yeah,
receptions, I think, in college, didn't you? Or in the
I
pros?
had, I have 3 NFL touchdowns
Yeah.
on offense. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you could have
I take
played.
myself.
You could have been Gronk.
It's very tough. The two-way thing is the truth. We literally discussed it as a possibility of packages out in the field, not just the goal line. But it really is hard. I mean, the knowledge and the meetings and everything you have to do. It's a difficult task.